Focus to developments that we're tracking very closely from Bangladesh. Well, Bangladesh witnessed widespread unrest overnight on Thursday after the death of Sharif Osman Hadi, a prominent youth leader and vocal critic of ousted former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, triggering violent protests in parts of Dhaka and attacks on major media houses. At least 3 incidents of arson were reported in the capital, including fires at building housings in Bangladesh's leading newspapers, the Daily Star and Prothom Alo. Editor Mehfooz Anam has now made a desperate plea for the Bangladesh society, saying that the protesters didn't only want to burn the building, but they wanted to murder the staff of Daily Star. Let's in fact take a listen.
They didn't only want to burn the building, they wanted to murder the staff of Daily Star. So we have entered, এটা ফখরুল ভাই খুব সুন্দরভাবে বললেন, যে we have not only to just react, stand together, but we have to respond. We have entered into an era.
So that's, of course, the statement that we are referring to. In fact, joining us at this point in time is Ambassador Gauri Shankar Gupta, former diplomat. Thank you, sir, for your time speaking to us on NewsX. We're seeing very unfortunate developments there taking place in Bangladesh. Of course, now what we've essentially shown to our viewers is a bite that was put out by editor Mehfooz Anam, who's made it abundantly clear that what happened in Bangladesh and the building that was set on fire, it was not just to pull that building down, but to also murder the journalists who were sitting inside. Do you think journalists in Bangladesh are being muzzled?
Yes, Vaisali, good afternoon. Good afternoon to all the viewers. You see what is happening in Bangladesh for the last 1 year and a half are extremely, very dangerous precedents. There is a total atmosphere of intolerance. The extremism is on the rise. The jihadi elements have taken control of universities and on the streets. The democracy is nowhere to be seen. People are actually fighting to save their lives. There's no freedom of speech, there's no freedom of faith or worship, and all those things are relegated. And this is happening ever since the interim government led by Mr. Yunus came to power. So all those democratic credentials of Bangladesh have been thrown to winds. The secularism has also been thrown to winds. The minorities are, being targeted, not only being killed, but killed in a very gruesome and brutal manner. Their temples and their places of, residence are being demolished. These are very, very sad things which are happening. And in the last 4 or 5 days, the things have become worse. You have seen the gruesome murder of one of the Hindu, person who was lynched, and then he was hanged on the tree, and then he was set on fire. Nobody could imagine this kind of brutality amongst humanity. Now, this is a very, very sad affair, and actually the newspaper owner is absolutely right in saying that, of course, there is no question of freedom of speech, but they are fighting to save their lives. And this is happening to everybody. There's no law and order there. There's total chaos. I don't know why Mr. Yunus is still sitting in power. Why doesn't he quit and allow somebody else to take over and hold elections? Because ever since he came, he has destroyed Bangladesh. Bangladesh economy has gone for a toss. The civil society is facing tremendous, brutalities, and there's total intolerance everywhere. For us, for India, it is a very bad, omen, because we are neighbor. We share a 2,400 kilometer long boundary, which is very porous. And such kind of jihadi elements, if they are able to infiltrate into India, they will create, unrest inside the country. There are already some indications that Pakistani intelligence agencies are operating from there. Pakistani extremist elements are delivering talks and converting people to extremism and radicalism. So radicalism has become absolutely normal there, and I don't know how the things will move forward, whether the elections would be held or would not be held, and if they are held, what kind of violence it may face. So all these are very, very big questions. We are keeping our fingers crossed. I
Right.
hope the good sense prevails, and Bengali people who are considered very intellectual and tolerant, they will rise to the occasion and stop this kind of violence and this kind of radicalism in the country.
Right, absolutely. So with that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast, sharing your perspectives with us.